Is it time to buy or sell QQQ ETF? In this video, we are diving deep into QQQ. Our initial report was published on our website on Wednesday, the 23rd of April, 2025. And now, we are here to provide you with an even more detailed analysis. Remember to subscribe, hit the like button, and turn on the notification bell to stay updated on our latest analysis. You do not want to miss any crucial updates that could impact your investments. Enhance your trading decisions by trying our newly launched AI stock analysis tool, powered by GPT-4 at StockInvest.us. Tap into the power of AI and receive free price predictions and in-depth analysis for any one among 45,000 companies worldwide today. Please note that this video is for informational purposes only and should not be considered financial advice. Since the 22nd of April 2025, our system has ranked QQQ as a hold or accumulate, assigning it a score of 0.61. Now, let's examine the performance of the ETF during this time frame. The ETF has experienced natural fluctuations, achieving a gain of 2.27%. This equates to an average return of 1.13% per day since it was categorized as hold or accumulate. The exchange-traded fund lies at the upper part of a wide and falling trend in the short term. This typically presents a favorable selling opportunity for short-term traders, as a movement back towards the lower part of the trend can be anticipated. A breakout above the top trend line at $466.01 would initially suggest a slower rate of decline and may serve as the first indication of a potential trend reversal. Presently, the 3-month trend points to a possible change of negative 17.94%. over the upcoming 3 months, with a potential return ranging from negative 27.91% to negative 15.88%. In terms of the longer perspective, our 12-month analysis forecasts a projected change of 9.30%. Based on our calculations, the stock's performance could vary from 0.488% to 31.70% over the next year. In current terms, this would suggest a future price lying somewhere between $456.78 and $598.67. Our latest daily update for QQQ features the headline, Green Day on Wednesday for QQQ. The QQQ ETF price experienced a gain of 2.27% on the last trading day, which was Wednesday, the 23rd of April, 2025. It rose from $444.48 to $454.56. Throughout the last trading day, the ETF fluctuated by 2.32%, reaching a low of $452.89 and a high of $463.38. The price has increased on 6 out of the last 10 days and has risen by 9.25% over the past 2 weeks. Additionally, trading volume increased on the last day alongside the price, which is a positive technical indicator, with a total of 6 million more shares traded than the previous day. In total, 55 million shares exchanged hands for approximately $24.95 billion. Over the past 52 weeks, the highest price of the ETF was $540.80, while the lowest price stood at $402.39. Currently, the price is 15.95% or $86.24, below the 52-week high of $540.80, which remains the all-time high for the ETF. Recent developments surrounding the Invesco QQQ Trust highlight the turbulent yet potentially lucrative landscape for investors. Notably, the robotics and automation sector is experiencing lowered valuations, presenting a timely opportunity for those seeking to enhance their technology exposure. This could increase the attractiveness of QQQ, particularly for long-term investors who prioritize growth. However, the broader market sentiment is clouded by a bearish signal known as a death cross, which is impacting both the Standard & Poor's 500 and the Nasdaq 100. This technical pattern typically suggests potential downward pressure, serving as a cautionary note for short-term traders. On the regulatory front, President Trump's assurance that he will not dismiss Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell seems to have alleviated some market anxiety, subsequently boosting growth stocks in futures trading. This sentiment could propel QQQ higher in the immediate term, though concerns regarding the independence of the Federal Reserve linger, which may affect long-term investor confidence. Furthermore, the recent shift toward defensive sectors indicates a cautious approach amid market volatility. As investors reassess allocation strategies, QQQ's standing could weaken if technology underperforms compared to these safe haven stocks. While leveraged exchange-traded funds are considered suitable for short-term positioning, holding them over the long term carries risks. Investors must proceed with caution, particularly as the market appears poised for recovery, driven by economic resilience and anticipated Federal Reserve rate cuts. The interplay of these factors will be crucial in shaping QQQ's price movements in the days and weeks ahead. Analyst ratings. On Wednesday, the 26th of March, 2025, it was reported that Morgan Stanley assigned QQQ an overweight grade with a hold action. On Wednesday, the 26th of February, 2025, it was reported that Benchmark assigned QQQ a negative grade with a hold action. The following signals have been identified for QQQ. A buy signal was issued from a pivot bottom point on Tuesday, April 8, 2025, and so far it has risen approximately 9.25%. Further rise is indicated until a new top pivot has been established. Additionally, there is a buy signal from the 3-month moving average convergence divergence, known as MACD. Volume is increasing alongside the price, which is regarded as a strong technical signal. However, some negative signals have also been issued, which could impact the near-term development. The QQQ ETF holds a buy signal from the short-term moving average. Concurrently, the long-term average presents a general sell signal. Since the long-term average is above the short-term average, this results in an overall sell signal for the ETF, leading to a more negative outlook. As it gains further, the ETF will encounter resistance from the long-term moving average at $465.77. Conversely, should it decline, the ETF will find support from the short-term average at $447.98. A breakthrough above the long-term average will generate another buy signal, while a drop below the short-term average will introduce an additional sell signal, thereby reinforcing the overall negative signal. Here are some other signals you might find interesting. Moving average convergence divergence, buy signal. Pivots, buy signal from 11 days ago. Bollinger, buy signal from 11 days ago. Short-term moving average, buy signal from 2 days ago. Long-term moving average, sell signal from 43 days ago. The relationship between the short and long moving averages indicates a buy signal from 40 days ago. If we examine the 12-month chart, we see short moving average, sell signal from 21 days ago, long-term moving average, sell signal from 40 days ago. The relationship between the short and long moving averages shows a buy signal from 31 days ago. Remember to visit our page at StockInvest.us if you want to discover more signals. Support, risk, and stop loss for QQQ. QQQ finds support from accumulated volume at 446 and 1800s, and this level may present a buying opportunity, as an upward reaction can be anticipated when the support is tested. This exchange-traded fund exhibits average daily movements, and with solid trading volume, the risk is viewed as medium. Over the last day, the fund fluctuated by $10.49 between its high and low, or 2.32%. In the past week, the ETF has shown a daily average volatility of 2.46%. Before we dive into the possible good trading levels for QQQ, let's quickly cover some essential fundamental data. First, we have the price-to-earnings ratio, or PE ratio. This important measure compares a company's current share price to its earnings per share. A relatively low PE ratio may indicate either low expectations for the company's future or that the exchange-traded fund is undervalued, suggesting a potential buying opportunity. Now let's discuss some potential day trading levels for QQQ. In the event of an upward trend, the first resistance level for QQQ is at $466. If you do not currently own any shares, it might be wise to wait for this level to be surpassed before entering a position. For those who already hold the ETF, this could serve as a point to consider for swing trading. On the downside, QQQ faces its first support level at $446.18. If this support level holds, it could present a favorable entry point, anticipating a potential rebound. Our recommended stop loss is set at $435.15, which reflects a decrease of 4.27%. This exchange-traded fund exhibits medium daily fluctuations, indicating a medium level of risk. Additionally, there is a buy signal stemming from a pivot bottom identified 10 days ago. Is the QQQ ETF a good buy? The QQQ ETF exhibits several positive signals, yet these indicators do not suffice for us to recommend it as a buy at this time. Currently, it should be viewed as a hold or accumulate candidate while we wait for further developments. After assessing the volatility and movements from the previous trading day, our analysis indicates that the current price is undervalued. For trading on Thursday, the 24th of April, we anticipate that the QQQ will open higher by $2.38, starting at $456.94. We remind you that trading involves a high risk of losing money and that you should consult with a financial advisor before buying or selling any securities. Your investment decisions should not be based solely on information from StockInvest.us. By utilizing this information, you acknowledge and accept responsibility for your own investment choices. This is our current view of the exchange-traded fund. Do you agree or disagree? Please comment below and share your thoughts. What is your target for the exchange-traded fund? Remember to like and subscribe. We wish you successful trading and hope you have a wonderful day. With warm regards from all of us here at StockInvest.